Welcome back to another reading video, scholars. Did you do all your work for yesterday? Yeah? Alright, then let's get started with today. Sometimes our books are tricky and we lose track as to what is going on in our stories. Readers can always think about what characters are saying to one another when they come to a tricky part of a book. They might look for talking marks or think about if someone is talking. They might ask, what are the words in this book saying? Does this part sound like people talking? Is someone telling this part of the story? All right, so we're going to keep reading Stella Luna. And here's what I want you to think about as we read and answer some questions. What does Stella Luna learn from birds? All right, and as you listen to the story and answer questions, remember that questions because at the end of the story, when we finish answering all our questions, we're going to come back and we're going to fill out a T-chart about what can birds do and what can bats do. All right, let me get our book set up and we'll get started. So, scholars, we're gonna start back at the beginning of our story, and this time I'm going to ask a lot more questions. But remember, while we are reading, I want you to think about what does Stella Luna learn from the birds, so we can fill our T-chart later about what can birds do and what can bats do. All right, let's get started. In a warm and sultry forest far, far away, there once lived a mother fruit bat and her new baby. Oh, how Mother Bat loved her soft, tiny baby. I'll name you Stella Luna, she crooned. Each night, Mother Bat would carry Stella Luna clutched to her breast as she flew out to search for food. What does Mother Bat do with Stella Luna every night? Did you say she clutches Stella Luna while searching for food every night? If you did, you are right. That is what she does with Stella Luna every night. Let's read our next page. One night, as Mother Bat followed the heavy scent of ripe fruit, an owl spied her. On silent wings, the powerful bird swooped down upon the bat. Dodging and shrieking, Mother Bat tried to escape, but the owl struck again and again, knocking Stella Luna into the air. Her baby wings were as limp and useless as wet paper. Down, down she went, faster and faster, into the forest below. The author tells us what type of food bats eat. What do they eat? Yes, bats eat ripe fruit. The author stated it right here in the beginning of that sentence and the beginning of this page, right? It said, as Mother Bat followed the heavy scent of ripe fruit. All right. How does the picture on this page right here help you understand what is happening in the story? Yes, Stella Luna is where? Yes, she's on the bird's nest. And what happened to her mom? Her mom is lost. And in that nest, there are 3 other birds. All right, let's read our next page. Many, many times that day, Mama Bird flew away, always returning with food for her babies. Stella Luna was terribly hungry, but not for the crawly things Mama Bird brought. Finally, though, the little bat could bear it no longer. She climbed into the nest, closed her eyes, and opened her mouth. Plop! And dropped a big green grasshopper. Stella Luna learned to be like the birds. She stayed awake all day and slept all night. She ate bugs even though they tasted awful. Her bat ways were quickly disappearing, except for one thing. Stella Luna still liked to sleep hanging by her feet. What are some things Stella Luna learns to do after she falls into the bird's nest? Yes, she learned to stay awake all day, slept at night, ate bugs. All right, let's keep reading this page. Once, when Mama was away, the curious baby birds decided to try it too. When Mama Bird came home, she saw 8 tiny feet gripping the edge of the nest. Eek! She cried. Get back up here this instant! You're going to fall and break your necks. What is one bad ways that Stella Luna did not change? Yes, she still liked to hang by her feet. So, the curious baby birds were wondering why Stella Luna was hanging by her feet. What did those curious birds do? Yes, the curious birds hung by their feet to try it out. Oh, was your mommy happy? No, she was not. Let's go on to our next page, okay? Hey, a loud voice said. Why are you hanging upside down? Stella Luna's eyes opened wide. She saw a most peculiar face. I'm not upside down. You are, Stella Luna said. Ah, but you're a bat. Bats hang by their feet. You are hanging by your thumbs. So that makes you upside down, the creature said. I'm a bat. I'm hanging by my feet. That makes me right side up. Still Alona was confused. Mama Bird told me I was upside down. She said I was wrong. Wrong for a bird, maybe, but not for a bat. What is the strange creature that tells Stella Luna that she is hanging upside down? Yes, it's a bat. We are going to stop right here with our story. And now we're going to go on to our teacher to fill it out. Let me get it set up and we'll get started, okay? All right, scholars. So here I have our t-shirt set up. It says, what can birds do and what can bats do? So let's take a minute to just remember our story and to put down some answers about what can birds and bats do. All right, because when we're done with Stella Luna, you're gonna have to that you're gonna need this information for. All right, so let's think about it. What was one of the things that the birds can do that Stella Luna learned to do from the birds that otherwise she would not do because she's a bat? Yes, you see, the first thing is that she learned to stay awake during the day, right? But do bats really do that? No, that is something that birds can do. So let's put it under here. Birds stay awake during the day and sleep at night, right? And I can, because I know that, I can also put that in on the bats. So bats do the opposite, right? Bats stay awake at night and sleep during the day. All right. Next, what's some of the thing that birds can do? Let's see if you knew that one. I'm gonna type it and let's see if you knew it. Birds. What do birds eat? Yes, birds eat bugs. But what do bats eat? Bats eat ripe fruit, right? They eat ripe fruit. And what sort of thing that birds can do? Birds sleep where? Yes, birds sleep in a nest. So birds sleep and nest. And bats sleep where? Yes, they do sleep in caves, like we learned in our last book about bats. And but do they sleep in a nest facing right side up, or do they sleep hanging by their feet? Yes, bats sleep hanging by their feet. And let's do one more for birds. So birds, when they are flying and they land on trees, how do they land? They use that word a lot because remember Selena was embarrassed because she couldn't do it. So you remember the word? Gracefully. Can you say that with me? Gracefully. So birds land gracefully on trees. Oopsie, typo. And let's put two more for bats, okay? And then bats fly. We already have that bats fly at night, but why can they fly at night? Yes, because they can see in the dark. So bats can see in the dark. All right. So we're gonna stop right here with our teacher, all right? And I'm gonna transition you to our mission for today. All right? So, are you ready for your mission for today? Yeah? All right. Here's your mission for today. As you read today on RazKids, I want you to think carefully about what the characters are saying to one another as you read and who is talking. Remember, use this strategy when you come to a part of the book that is tricky. Okay? That's your mission for today. So, are you ready? Yeah? Get ready, get set, and go.